Disappointing result against Warrington today. Just assess that one for me.
Yeah, difficult one to take that today. I thought the lads showed lots of effort, endeavour, but really weren't smart enough to get the victory.
Do you think, especially looking at that first half, the way we started with, the way we came out the gates, and as well at the start of the second half, actually that effort was there. Is that something that, as a coach, you were sort of pleased to see that we were really sort of, despite the scoreline, really taking it to them?
The effort's never been in question regarding this group of boys. Obviously, we got beat today, but I think you mentioned there the first 20 minutes of the game, it was set for set, and we spoke about building a game, and then I think it shows once you go away from that and you don't complete sets and turn the ball over in the right area, then you put yourself under pressure, and that's certainly what we did by going in at half time 16-0 down.
Do you think a little bit it was some of our errors and missed chances that really at the end of the day those cost us a bit?
Yeah, they do. The cost you headers cost you, but you don't realise at the time. But it's like a snowball effect. Little headers lead to other headers, and then before you know it, they get more ball than what we've got, and then you just fatigue yourself. So, not disappointed with effort today, but probably should have been smarter with some of the stuff that we did. Even though we showed some great character as well to come back from 16-0 down after the break to 16-12, and then the kick off to us, and then we make an error on tackle one. So. There's one thing about this group is that they're learning every week, and you know what, the more we can get into these guys and appreciate that we've been beat 4 times this year by the top end teams, and what they do is they play smart, and we need to emulate and better that.
Do you think it's something that I know we've touched on multiple times this year, but looking at some of the age of these guys, especially in key positions like your George Browns and your Harry Smiths, you've got to take away the result a little bit and go what they learnt today and what they've learnt from the bigger games this year against your Saints and your Wiggins. It's going to set them far better on looking at next year and even the years ahead when looking at them signing new contracts to stay long term at the club.
For sure, you've got Joe Diskin in there as well that started at 9, so 3 or 4 spine players there, they're all under 17, and the majority of our team this year has been made up by under 17s, and I think we had 12 under 17s in there today. So do you know what, it's their development that's the most important part of it, and do you know what, they're coming along nicely. Disappointing to lose because nobody wants to get beat, but we'll learn from it.
And we've got a nice chance to turn it around against Bradford in 2 weeks' time. How much are you looking forward to heading over there and really finishing the season on a bit of a high and taking it to Hull and Cass with a chance of the playoffs still really available?
Yeah, we'll prep as normal against Bradford. We'll show them the respect they deserve. They're always a gritty team, and they do come after Leeds. It's like a local derby for them, so they always raise the game there. But I just said to guys in there that, you know what, it's nearly end of season. We've got 1 game left, and a lot of time and effort from staff as well has really gone into these guys. So the pleasing thing when we sit down and reflect at end of season that we'll look at the development individually, and you know what, some teams just been really good as well.